What up, party people? It's your girl Jenny from Word Revolution. We have to talk. I'm gonna make this short and sweet for you guys. Now, this is not going to be something new for people who've been following me for a long time because I've been using this example for literal years to try to communicate to everybody the folly in this idea that if men should have multiple women, we women should have multiple men too, right? So, first of all, let's talk about equality, right? They base that on this notion of equality. Y'all, my hair is a sight. Y'all know my daughter, she don't be wanting to do my hair, and I don't be wanting to do my hair. So, wow, the struggle is real. Oh, well, all vanity aside, right? Let's get to the point here. So, it's like this, right? First of all, when you talk about equality and sameness, we have to look at those. They're two different concepts, okay? Let's take 25 cents. Now, let's say I've got 5 friends and someone gives me a quarter and says, share with your friends, right? And here in Belize, someone could give you a shilling, 25 cents. And like if I handed my daughter 25 cents and she had 4 of her friends around, they could each go to the store and get like a piece of gum or something with a nickel, right? So I could hand her a shilling and say, share with your friends. And her 4 friends, if she were to share it, the best form of that shilling would be 5 nickels because she could put a nickel in each person's hand, right? All right. But then let's say I wanted to get a gumball out of a gumball machine. That shilling or quarter in nickels is not going to be as effective for that purpose, right? So while it is equal, get your greasy hands and your greasy life. Are you seriously touching the couch right now? Get out. Greasy. Get out. Okay. I want y'all to see. This is the color of my furniture. Y'all see this? She gets up from the table and comes in here and sits on the arm of the couch. Y'all about to witness a beating. Anyway, okay? So if I want a gumball, right? I want a gumball from the gumball machine. I'm going to want that 25 cents in a case quarter, right? Or in a whole shilling. I'm not going to want 5 nickels because although I do have 25 cents, it's equal. It's not the same, right? Now, if I want to make a musical instrument and I want it to be a shaking little instrument and I want it to ring loud and proud, I might want that 25 cents in pennies, right? And put the pennies inside of whatever I'm going to shake, my little whatever, And those pennies, though it's 25 cents, they're going to make a much cooler sound than if I put in that case quarter, or even if I put in those 5 nickels, right? Now, all of those are examples of equality. It's 25 cents nonetheless, but they're not the same, okay? So how does this translate to polygyny, or polygamy, right? All right. First of all, I grew up in the age when polygamy was it was a man and several women. Nobody had to specify, oh, you mean polygyny, like with, that it's women and multiple women and only one man. Like, okay, whatever. But for those of you that need that specification, all right, what's the difference in those two things? What's the difference between a woman with 5 husbands and a man with 5 wives? Well, let's talk about that. A woman is a vessel into which substance is poured, right? Right. A man is a vessel out of which substance is poured, right? Right. If we look at the act, we know that the man pours his substance into the woman. So he's like a jug and she's like the glass into which the substance from the jug is poured. Now, let us take a jug and let us put a whole gallon of stuff in the jug. Let's make him water. Let's make a gallon of water in the jug. Now, if I take this nice pure water and pour it into 10 separate glasses, That's lovely. Yay! Water for everybody, right? No problems there. Everything makes sense. No matter how many glasses, if I pour a little in this one and a lot in the other, no matter how many glasses I pour from that jug, it's still water. It's still good. It's still great. You still have the essence of what was in that jug in its intact and in its entirety and useful in the way it was intended, right? Okay, great. Now, but let's change the game. Let's take the glass and let's take 10 different jugs. I don't know. Let's think of 10 things. Water, red wine, grape Kool-Aid, ginger ale, vodka, coffee, orange juice. Let's see, ginger tea. I'm up to 8. I need two more things. Right. Okay, we got Sprite and beer. Okay, 10 things. Now, let's take a little from each of those 10 things and pour it into one glass. Or, jive it. Let's just to calm it down. Maybe that's extreme. Let's just take any 5 of those things. Let's just take 5. Which 5 do you want? Water, wine, orange juice, coffee, and ginger ale? You want to take those 5 things and put them in that glass? Now, is that still going to be very useful? Is that going to be lovely and delicious and wonderful? It's not the same. What are you going to say when you see that glass with those substances? You're going to say, oh my God, yuck. Now, I am well aware that there are some cultures wherein women do have multiple husbands. Now, in some of those cultures, they're not all sexual partners. Different husbands perform different roles, but in some of them they are. And I am not going to pretend that sometimes you can't mix some things in one glass and get something yummy. I'm a mixer, right? So I am one who will take a little ginger ale and a little orange juice and mix them together. And I might even add ice and let the ice melt and flatten the ginger ale a little bit so it's a little bit watered down. So I might mix those 3 things. I might throw a little vodka, in some orange juice or something. Like, okay, so sometimes a little mixing can be okay. But as a practice, it's not as advantageous to go mixing the different substances from the different jugs into the same glass. It's not the same. The vessel from which the substance and essence is poured is not used the same way as the vessel into which the substance or essence is poured. They're different. And that is why it's different. And you can do it all you like, but understand why people with rationale and understanding the type of a vessel that a man is and what he is used for. He is something that pours essence out of himself into something else, and the woman is a vessel into which substance is poured. And for those of us who understand that, you should understand why we think it's gross and disgusting that you think that those 2 things are the same. And to be the cup standing there with an attitude and saying, I should be able to take substance from 10 different jugs. No fair. He gets to pour into 10 different cups. You sound crazy to some of us, okay? Listen, you like it, I love it, boo-boo. That's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But understand why you sound crazy to some of us, okay? Because don't nobody want your wine, vodka, water, orange juice, coffee, tea, Sprite, ginger ale, carrot juice, and prune juice mixture. Nobody wants that. Yuck. Okay? Yuck. I'm sorry that it doesn't feel fair to you, but equal does not mean the same. Ladies, you were not created the same as men. Men, you were not created the same as women. Get that out of your heads, okay? So there's my little blurb on that. And the reason I recorded it was because I'm tired of typing it out for everyone. So now when I have to encounter this conversation, now I can refer them to this handy dandy under 10-minute video that explains the folly of that thinking. What's good for the goose, ladies and gentlemen, is not always good for the gander. Revolution is not a game. Team Yeshua, serve the Most High faithfully, please. Love you. Bye.